Yes, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video is working accurately, and I'm gonna wait for incognito window to give me a feedback loop so I know that audio and video is working. So just give me a few seconds before I can get confirmation, or you can also type yes AV. That will also give me clarification whether it's all working or not. Members only live stream, schedule the live stream to switch to members only. Okay, that's a new system. Okay, so far I think all things considered, things are working. Now, a minor news, yeah, AV 100%, thank you, Jitendra. I think as of now, next week and week after that, all the video would be expo only. So this time I'm doing it a bit differently. Last time when I covered Scale Expo, I just dumped all the video at once and then slowly did cover up. This time I'm doing a bit differently. So idea is every day I'm gonna, I have like few days already sorted. So if you are a member, you may have already seen it. So expo, basically what I recorded on site, and then an explanation Science Thursday kind of video on it. So there's a lot of video I had to make, but it's interesting. And when you really dive deep into it, because again, whenever you are going into expo, things might feel a bit out of place because, you know, you might have attraction to something. Like, for example, for me, Gan School is very attractive. It's something that I want to buy, something we must have, but does not mean even a small player does not have like something tangible. So that's why I'm taking this route. And not to mention, I have been bit burnt with basically recent this YouTube experience. Simply, again, it happens as one of those things as you get older and like you keep, I've been doing this YouTube thing for quite some time. So it is reaching a point where it's like, you know, a bit tedious because I have covered almost everything. Like, and again, yes, there are so many things that I have not covered, but those are generally things that I can't understand, like, you know, quantum physics or like deep things of that nature. So like, for example, there is someone who commented very recently is that that was in my super continuum laser video. It's like, you know, your video is just for school. I'm like, first, how many videos are there on YouTube about super continuum laser? Like, I can guarantee you there are very little. In that I have something. So it's like, it does reach a point where it's like, you know, the labor to reward ratio has not been great. Although last few months has been financially rewarding, it was just reaching a point where I was a bit, you know, needed a refresher, so to say. So this sort of expo video would be very, very refreshing, so to say. And if do you believe in reincarnation? No. If reincarnation is true, world's population cannot expand or contract. So reincarnation, and again, everything about religion, especially in this domain, it's basically our own fears projected towards us. Basically, we are feared. It's like, oh, what does it all mean? So okay, so we created the concept of soul. So the idea with soul is basically every fear human has inverted. Basically, human is born and then they die. Okay, if you are born, you're gonna die. So soul, it was never born, it will never die. So everything about this sort of soul is basically we are afraid of being hungry. Okay, souls cannot be hungry. We are you know, worried about falling sick. So basically, when you look into all religion, I'm not talking one religion, all of them, they generally have this whole concept of like, you know, this whole idea of whatever we fear, we created a ethereal plane where these fears are not an issue. So it's almost like a, what you call a coping mechanism, which our ancestors come up with to handle a very brutal reality. So it's just that. Please make a video on a single crystal braid. My man, I have already done that in detail. Nuclear versus renewable. See, nuclear is one of those things that on paper, it looks orgasmic. It's like, this is the most amazing thing. This is the best thing since sliced bread. But in reality, it's not functional. We are not in 70s anymore. And again, you have to understand, we've gone through this nuclear fever. Like, this is not a new thing. We've gone through this. Everybody thought after World War II that nuclear will be the future, and nothing changed. Why? Well, by the time we started to truly do nuclear, we learned certain hard things, that A, nuclear power plant workers has to get paid exponentially more compared to what you have to pay to a coal power plant worker. And if you do not, kaboom. So by the time we really understood what nuclear is, reality is the cost is not there. Flat out not there. The only good thing that came out of nuclear fever of 50s and 50s to 70s, it's battery development. We got the world's best battery, closed loop pumped hydro. Pumped hydro also became a thing, and closed loop pumped hydro became a thing. So if you wanted to store gigawatt hour scale of energy, only one technology exists that you can build and forget about it. Now, of course, people who want to bitch for bitching sake, they will bitch, oh, it takes too long to build, like, 5 to 10 years to build. And yeah, it does take 5 to 10 years to build, and then you do not have to worry about it. The end. How do we know? It's been running for that long. So it's and again, you're like, oh, battery is better. It's not on this scale. No, just no. So fundamentally speaking, that was the good thing. And again, what changed from 1970s to now? Well, here's the deal. That time nuclear was the thing, but solar wasn't a thing. And people have to understand this part. Solar is on a god tier level, meaning not only its carbon footprint is less than what it requires to manufacture, meaning if you take carbon footprint of solar panel, let's just say it's X, it will generate more energy than X. Almost nothing has reached that point on large scale. And wind farm is bit behind. People are saying it should reach next few years, but solar panel has crossed that. Okay, that's just one factor, meaning making more solar panel is not contaminating the planet. Cool, awesome, GG. I think that happened in 2011. So that's cool, GG. On top of that, solar is dirt cheap and getting cheaper. And not to mention, we are at Mach 1 of solar. Solar has not reached into multi-junction solar array, as in like we have the technology, it is utilized in space, it's not in your garden variety solar panel. So much technological headroom is there that we have not even touched it. And again, for India, we have to do PVT panels, which again, not in quantum technology, it's a normal basic bitch technology. We can just do that. And again, all of these things make solar so cheap, which again, right now I'm talking about, it's cheaper than coal. You can't compete nuclear with solar. And this whole delusional idea is like, oh, but it's not 24/7. It does not matter. Like, if you can't afford something, it does not matter how good it is. Nuclear is unaffordable. Look into nuclear power plant. Whatever country you are in, look into how much overrun it has, cost overrun. Like, yeah, and again, by the time you will build a build a nuclear plant, you could have built a solar farm, you could have paid the ROI, as in like the capital cost would have been recovered, and you would have created more unit of electricity than in that solar system. And again, we have not even reached the maximum technology possible. So this whole paradigm shift that has happened very recently, people are just bitching for bitching sake. It's like nuclear. Yeah, it's not. And we have not even covered all the pre-existing human infrastructure. As in like, if you have a house, put solar panel on top. If we did that with all of humanity, yeah, we will not have energy problem. Again, connect international grid, as in like go through different time zone, you will not even need energy storage. And again, you can see that Europe is working on that. HVDC interconnects are being built for that. So world has changed. So on paper, nuclear feels logical and awesome. Reality is it's too goddamn expensive. Like flat out, and it can never, ever be cheaper. Why? Again, most people don't even know 4 forms of radiation: alpha, beta, gamma, and neutron. These things are expensive to deal with. And again, not to mention, war is a thing. Now, again, if you live in America, you have a brain damage thinking war always happened to something else. But here's the deal, war is a real thing. Ask what is happening in Ukraine. Now they have to worry about Chernobyl. So it's a real thing. You do not want something that your enemy can boom and now you're kaput. Again, try to do that with every single household, every single solar panel. Yeah, good luck. So you'll run out of missile, realistically speaking. So fundamentally, on paper, nuclear makes sense. It's a weapons technology. It was a weapons technology. It is a weapons technology. It makes sense as a power plant for an aircraft carrier because it does not have to require ROI. But other than that, it's not that useful. This is only life which we get 70 years to live. Yeah. That is why India is not able to develop its own assault rifle. See, we can do everything that any other nation can do because again, they are human, we are human. They are not alien, we are not alien. It can be done. It's just that we are very, for lack of a better term, ballless. We do not have the guts to take risk and fail. And that's the only difference between a master and a basic bitch. It's just that master has failed more time than the bitch has tried. So we are so scared. And again, for some reason, I have no idea why it is, but for some reason, India has a mouth that is very vast. As in like, we go to companies, it's like, okay, we want Mark II fighter jet. I'm like, Bruh, just get a jet that flies. Worry about Mach 2 afterwards. But no, no, no. Every time we open our mouth, it's like that. That's why nothing ever gets done. It's like we are not building Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3. We are like directly Mach 5 product. It's like, yeah, sometimes it works. Again, India did do that in terms of telephone. We never got like India, most Indians do not have an inherent concept why the number 1 in your mobile phone and in your landline has a cassette recorder symbol. It was a normal thing for Western nations, Europe and America, where it's like a tape recorder system. Again, it was a very ancient thing. I did not know it was sorted like as early as 1970s. We never even got phone line by that time. So we do not have like that sort of early technology database, but we successfully managed to jump. So that's cool, that works, but that does not work on everything. We jumped into optical fiber before anything else. So there were a lot of good jumps that we did. But again, certain things does not allow that jumping mechanism. Any sort of weapons technology, nope. You have to go through step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. We are always trying to jump, and that makes us dumb, retarded. Where we're like, we're gonna buy a fighter jet so we can be upset. No, nobody is gonna sell you their latest and greatest fighter jet. And when you get the fighter jet, you will always be dependent on them, and you will be pre-fucked. Because again, they decide what happens to you. So that's the whole point. Why people take orgasm on gold, even though it's not much useful. Again, it's about perception. If it has, again, what is money? Trust. Gold has trust vector. And again, its age is the trust vector. People have been chasing after it for thousands of years. That itself is the value. SSRV is indeed cheaper than Falcon 1. SSRV cost is 3.5 million to 4.1 million. A flight where Falcon 1 is $7 million. Again, Falcon 1 was made long ago. SSLV, how many times SSLV have been launched in how many years? And again, Falcon 1 was just Mark 1 prototype. Again, they're supposed to make Falcon 5, but they jumped that. They directly jumped from Falcon 1 to Falcon 9. Falcon 5, they just like, lol. There is 1 or 2 images of Falcon 5 available, which they're supposed to. Why not nuclear reaches economy of scale, increasing number of people who can work on the nuclear point or salary is low? Yeah, again, if you make the salary low, it becomes dangerous, na? The technology is expensive. Like fundamentally, you have to understand that. If you have to reach a point where you have to understand the water becomes radioactive, it's never gonna be cheap compared to a solar panel. Like that's what your competition is. Like your competition is a panel that I put on my roof, the end. Compete against that. You can't. Like you can smoke cocaine, but you can't compete against that. Like the energy that we are, again, this is in India. It's so cheap. The energy we are getting is so much surplus that it would be useful, economically viable to capture energy, have what we call poor round trip efficiency systems. Basically, pumped hydro is not very high round trip efficiency. It's like 70% to 85%. So that sort of system and still make money. Heck, even if you have only 30% round trip efficiency, you still make your money back. That's how big difference is energy. And again, that's how cheap solar is. Solar during daytime is becoming so cheap, so abundant. We have to do what we call power curtailment. You can't compete against that. And again, you're like, okay, but sun will not shine. Again, let that be very clear. If that's a reality where sun is not shining, we dead. Okay, let's come to reality. Again, you will have a scenario where you have some minor fluctuations. And again, that's why you're supposed to have multiple power sources, not one. You're supposed to have solar, you're supposed to have wind, you're supposed to have biogas, you're supposed to have pumped hydro, you're supposed to have whatever pre-existing hydro dams you have. All of these combined with HVDC backbone will allow you to endure whatever there is. And again, that's how it works. This whole delusion of people like, oh, but we want something to store energy in the winter and use it in summer. That's not how a grid was made. Grid always had this issue, overproduction and underconsumption. It was always there, specifically when hydro dam became a thing, which was hundreds of years ago. So what we do, when electricity became a thing, people created a clever idea. It's like, hey, if ever we reach a scenario where you have overproduction and you have to burn off the energy, consume it to make aluminum. Basically, power plant guys directly will call, hey, aluminum separator, we're gonna, like, actually the power dispatcher, that's their job. They will pick up the phone, it's like, bro, make aluminum. Ta-da, aluminum is made. You look into that Chernobyl TV show, it's like industry can't shut down. It was not that they could not shut it down. They planned it such a way that it's like, okay, we're gonna have overproduction at that time. Again, Chernobyl guys thought like, okay, that overproduction time we can shut down, but somebody already planned it's like, okay, at that time we'll make more aluminum. That's why by fire. Why not? Okay, nuclear is only good for me. It's a military technology. It was a military technology. It is a military technology. It will remain a military technology. Does EU became the tech independent from USA as they hate USA like yeah, nobody hates USA, okay? It's just a masturbation. Nobody hates USA. Everybody wants to go to USA. Okay, it's like that's why every other country don't go away from us. America, don't come here illegally. See, that's the whole point. 15 days ago, I had a corneal vision eye surgery, and I can see clearly now without any glasses. My eye power was -3 spherical and a cylindrical mixture. Nice. I did not hear it was logical. Why India is geopolitically weak? Again, lack of balls. Basically, patience. We do not like this is the same paradox with the trees. Basically, what is the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago. What is the next way? Today. We never do that. Like how many Indians are so bad at mathematics? Is like, okay, why should not India try to make its own fighter jet? Oh, it will take 30 years. Cool, awesome. It will take 30 years. But if you're saying it will take 30 years for let's just say 5th gen, 6th gen, it will take 40 years. Then what? You will always be perpetually behind someone's ass. So that's the whole point. Patience. And again, we do have two unflattering neighbor. Let's just put it that way. Human can do so we can do around China's by but lithography jet engines. Did you even hear what I said? Or you're just like blah 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 blah? Did you hear what I said? What happened to last service about video freezing problem? Again, it was on YouTube side, not on my side. Will you delete this channel once the engine gets success? No, why will I delete it? Why will I delete it? Like I put so much soul into this. Why will I delete it? Is the internet problem on the other? No, it was on YouTube side. It does happen. Like it does happen. Heck, some of my what you call old YouTube videos are getting corrupted now. I have uploaded so much. That's happening. So will you just continue live streaming when Ahira? Again, see, if this then that, I'm old at this point in time. I'm no longer thinking in that way. If it happens, cool, awesome. If it does not happen, I do not care. It's like, you know, brick by brick, day by day. S2T engine, English and Fusion law. New NVIDIA DLSS is pretty good upscaling 720p to image 2, okay? Yeah. I mean, political hate as Western Europeans don't want to go to USA, only third world country. See, every country is, how was Mumbai? Mumbai was decent. Mumbai was decent. And again, see, I can keep explaining that, but people don't want to understand this. No one is moving over USA from Sweden, Norway, and Australia. Yeah, those countries are stable because USA is a part of NATO, and NATO is making sure they do not get boomed. Well, how do you think Poland has so much faith that they can fight? Where do you think their weapons are coming from? What do you thought of the USA-India trade deal? I've not looked too deep into it. LLMs are sophisticated parrots. See, whenever you're talking like that, you already made up your mind. There is no reason to you talk about that. There is nothing to talk about. You already made up your mind. So why you are typing that? Please make a video on oil extraction. Yeah, I have put that on the list. It might have suggestion wanted. Huh? Okay, is Mumbai weather really sucks? The time I went was not bad, not bad. I was not saying epic, but not bad, not bad. Like it was not too cold, not too hot, and not to mention I was busy, like busy. Like I got a very luxurious hotel, but I was not like again. If you have two options, one luxurious hotel versus a hotel that is close to the point where I have to travel, I'll take point close to the travel. So where I stayed, I had to take one metro from the airport metro station to connecting point to Blue Line, I think. Yeah, basically a connecting point, that connecting point to another metro to go to the expo point. So it was a very messy journey. Now, again, time-wise, it did not took too much, but it was, again, hassle to travel. Again, even if it was one metro link only, like, you know, get into this metro, get out of this metro, awesome. But that traveling from one metro, and again, it's not part of the same metro. Like it's not like Ahmedabad where, or even Delhi where it's like one metro. It's like, you know, one is Reliance Metro, one is this metro. So you have to have two tickets and all that. Although it can be done on mobile app, so it does make it easy, but it's like, why? So I would say distance-wise, it was not as amazing as it was my 2024 visit. 2024 visit, I was on the same line. So let's see. I have been diagnosed with OCD, prescribed medicine, should I take it? Up to you. Again, see, if you really think you are in that sort of scenario, you went to doctor and you have faith in it, take it. And if it backfires, stop taking it. But again, risking it is a wise choice. If you are young enough, try it. And if it's like, hey, but again, I would urge you to jot everything down, because those sort of medication do take time to have an effect. So patience. If you are going that route, take some precaution, journal everything, and then you will get an idea whether it improved your situation or harmed your situation. And then you will have tangible data. But it's a good thing that you are taking doctor's prescription and all that. So intercoms, I have no idea what's the use of intercoms. Like, what do exactly you mean? Photonics computer update, nothing major has happened. It's just that people are claiming now they can use it for AI. I mean, some people say that LLMs are just a physical. Again, why does it matter? I have talked about AI so many times in detail, including video, including live stream, that AI, it's a tool that is getting better with time. We do not know, you do not know, I do not know, heck, AI company does not know. Because again, right now, let's just say OpenAI, how many scientists they will have? Let's just say 1,000. Cool, awesome. Does that mean that's the only 1,000 people in the AI? Hell no. There would be thousands of other scientists that are working somewhere else. Some are working in MIT, some are working in China, some are working here, some are working there, all of that. And all of that will translate into people working on mathematical formulas. And again, LLM formula, as in neural networks core formula, was created in 1980s. That's what they got Nobel Prize for. The formula is ancient. Now imagine what formula people are cooking up right now, how it will unfold. So, and again, this whole idea of like, oh, it's just a sophisticated parrot. Few years ago, you were not there. We are here. It's almost like, a mobile, like people were complaining as like, a mobile phone will never be a thing. Like, nobody even imagined mobile phone becoming a normal thing. But we are here, mobile phone a thing. Like Telegram was like, whoa. Whoa. Like, can you imagine humanity for thousands of years did not have the ability to communicate at light speed? Now we do take it for granted. So, at least continue live stream, man, even if, again, if this then that, don't worry about it. Okay, climate here in Gujarat, peak winter got 15 days, 1 month shorter. Yeah, again, that's why I am so excited about gun school. I hope, I wish, I pray that technology is here, that technology is real, it works. I'm genuinely, hopeful for that. Again, not even hope, it's like we need it. Otherwise, we'll be cooked. So that's it. Can you make a video about four-wheeler and two-wheeler safety technologies? Interesting. Transparency, accountability, and responsibility makes a high-trust society. Basically, tit for tat. Duh. What's the best thing according to you get to know in Chemtech? Again, GAN school. Sky cooling paint. I genuinely hope. And again, there is another company that figured out how to run a cooling tower that gives you cooling, but gives you water, does not drink water. Basically, it's an open cycle absorption chiller. So they ran out of pamphlet. I wanted their pamphlet, they ran out of pamphlet. This is from a different company. This is ORC. So I'm genuinely thinking like, again, that's what I said. Oh, by the way, that solar part, to give you a context how big of a deal that is, Pakistan has to shut off power right now. Pakistan, during daytime, so much solar power. That is Mark 1 solar technology. And you're like, we're going to compete with nuclear. Have you seen the cost of nuclear? Like India is like 3,000 crore over budget. What the hell? So, Japan developed 40 years, Germany developed 30 years. So why India not? Again, balls. You say AI is not a tool, it's an intelligence. Yeah, AI from outside is a tool, right? It is an intelligent tool, but from outside, like why we are building it. We are not building a different species. We are not creating a, we are a precursor species who is building, seeding life form. That's what we are not doing. What we are doing is creating a tool that has intelligence. And again, for a common civilian, they have to understand that elite people are funding something that replaces intelligence. So there are two classes of people here. The ruled and the rulers. The rulers are making a tool to replace the ruled. My man, like you really need to understand the colors in life. How you are doing these days? Haven't been working whole week these days. Forgot you stream Saturday. I didn't forgot to stream on Saturday. I did not. I streamed on Sunday and Saturday I was traveling. So I haven't forgot. And when I was in Mumbai, 4 days I was in Mumbai, 3 days I did live stream. Only one day I did not because I traveled to Pune to go to Atomberg's fan system. Fan factory, motor factory, so to say. It's just video are always helpful and cyber. Thanks you. What do you think? In how many years AI will almost collapse in an IT sector industry? That could happen very quickly. That's the scary part. Like basically, we'll not care about it. We'll forget about it 3 to 5 years, and bam, done. The end. So. Can shading net can work as no, not good enough. The helmet intercom for communicating devices used by bikers or riders, like place of no signal search in different walkie-talkie. Yeah. A lot of Western countries shows map stop my movement car why good map photos happened in bigger scale or smaller scale. Again, those things are irrelevant. You have to only look at into one core data. Is the birth rate above 2.1 or below 2.1? Below 2.1, dead. Above 2.1, you can have a fighting chance. Nothing more than that. Economic output of AI generic software and robot should be taxed. Do you think it will be? My man. Stop smoking cocaine, my man. So I'm skeptical of AI. You should be, but again, it's not up to you. AI play the rule of survival of the fittest. That could also happen. That at that point it would be outside of tool RAM. Basically, a tool that we created that outgrew us. I think this is the game. Mass Effect. Mass Effect, there is this species that comes after 50,000 years, kaputs everything, then goes back, then let the civilization grows, and that ship deletes everything after 50,000 year cycle is there. Turns out now they are doing it so AI can be they are doing it so AI does not delete organic life, which again they are physically deleting organic life just so more organic life can come by. It's like, what the hell? So story is messed up. The fact is there was an alien species that was controlling everything, and they were like, they saw this too many times that all organic species created intelligence, artificial intelligence, that over time artificial intelligence boomed the organic. So they are like, okay, we're gonna make our AI. It did the same thing. So it's a hilarious part. Look into that. I forgot to say I watched your stream due to my own whole week of work time. Lol. Your videos are gem to keep GG work. After we got independence, we chose socialism. The top person investing in AI is indirectly creating two types of people. It reminds me of the ghost in the shell and so yeah, sort of. Just like a video of making DIY dies for piercing sheet of paper or materials. I don't think like press is a bit more. Paper press, there are already videos of that. If you want to do anything on paper, there are already videos on that, like detailed video of making and all that. So I don't see anything that useful. Did you use your phone used for a reason? You bought the last Chemtech transfer data? No. I had this camera. Again, phone primary use I did was that live streaming. That was the use. And the USB 3.0, it does come in handy, but it's not the end all and be all, so to say. Do you think about China fixing its marriage problem? Again, I keep hearing about it, and again, that's why I keep saying there's so much noisy data source that you need a filter. You need a okay, give me absolute whether it works. Like, how do I compare? Like, has world electrified? How would we know, right? Like, you need to have a data point. That data point is if world's oil production goes down. If world's oil production is not going down, don't worry about it. Everything is propaganda. If oil production goes down, yes, it has working. So. And again, do not focus on tiny nations, because you have to understand why European Union can have such a high quality of life, because they exploit cheap labor in China, because they dump their trash in Bangladesh and India and half of Africa. So there are a lot of things that distorts your perspective. So you have to look into the whole planet. Why propaganda works well? Again, it's like, oh, why Pew Pew is so good at pew-pewing people. It was designed to do that. French Revolution 2.0 loading, if AI replaces majority of, no, it won't. See, people have lost hope, and the elite class, they have lost time. Like, they are no longer thinking in legacy, family. So basically they are like, hey, I want my 8th yacht, I want my 9th island. Other than that, they are very short term and very shallow. So they're not thinking that far ahead. And again, people are not having children. So who is going to do revolution for? Do you think India fixed marriage problems? What cocaine you are smoking, my man? French Revolution was not that much successful. See, again, whenever you have topic, people will start bitching about it. That's why you remove all this bullshit. You see what is your absolute data point. That data point that cannot be contaminated, cannot be altered. I have created that time and time again. If you want to understand the health of a nation, you have only two things. A, are people having kids above 2.1? Yes or no? Two, are people, if given the choice, the ability to leave the country, will they leave the country? Yes or no? Nothing other than that matters. That's like the bare minimum. Now, of course, other things are also at play, but these are the base level. Like if that layer is not sorted, it does not matter. Oh, we are so, utopian country that everybody is dead. Yeah, it's not. So, what do you think about? I have not looked into Graphene OS. I am 2025 engineer pass out. I didn't find job even if I was top 10 of my college. Just a few got placed because of their luck. Yeah, that will happen. Why government not see biofuel? Again, because public is stupid. See, government job is to give orgasm, not to do science. That's why you do not know who was the count or the ruler or the emperor or the minister at the time of Isaac Newton. But you know Isaac Newton. That's the whole point. Politicians whose whole job is just to give orgasm. So public has to be wise enough. It's like, hey, we want seaweed biofuel orgasm, not hydrogen orgasm. But if public takes hydrogen orgasm, if every newscaster is like, yay, hydrogen future, we're gonna die. So that's the whole point. It's government's jobs to sell you orgasm. It's your job to filter it out. It's like, it's your job if somebody says like, we're gonna bury solar panel under the road, you're supposed to say like, why you are burning money? If they say like, we're gonna put solar panel under the railway track, it's your job to ask why you are burning money. If everybody is like, orgasm, this is good, this is future, you're gonna die. And again, you deserve to die because again, nature does, like we really messed up this soul teaching thing where we say like, survival of the fittest. It's not survival of the fittest, it's death of the dumb. It's not survival of the fittest, it's death of the dumb. Survival of the fittest is the outcome. Like we almost accept like, oh, you can be dumb, you can be lazy. It's like, no, you're gonna die. And again, we have created technologies that can amplify that whole point. Which learning topics which things we need to keep in mind when learning topics with Gemini and all that? Again, I do not know. See, I have years of data point. So certain things I'm inherently, like think it this way, like my brother studied to be a doctor. He worked his ass off, spent years, lost most of his hair to become a doctor. Now he can look at a person and look at his tongue and say, okay, you have this. How? Because of that years of learning and suffering. I have done that part. So certain things, even if I say to you, it will not make sense. It's like, a doctor saying, oh, look at the tongue, you can understand what's going on. It's like, it's the same thing. SIS we're number one maker. Can you please tell me about the recent DIY with punch hole? So hold up. So I wanted a parallel jaw plier. It's sold in everywhere in the world. In India, it's idiotically expensive. Like the lowest cost we got is like around 3,500 for metal hardware. So I noticed this puppy. So this is a hole punch that is available for very decent price, 700 to 800 rupees on Amazon. And I bought this. After that, I removed its jaws, the metal jaws. The jaws, I removed its jaws. So I removed these jaws and replaced that with the 3D printed jaw. So this is the closest I ever gotten to my parallel jaw plier dream. Now again, this is still not that good because again, if I try to capture something parallel with it, it will not be that great, as you can see, like because plastic is warping. You might be seeing some light, it's just putting pressure on certain sides. So good but not that great. Like, and again, I have to reprint it again. For some reason, my printer is not doing layer 1 addition properly. I'm really trying. Like, I was hopeful that once I got into auto bed leveling, that should not be an issue. But, eh. So I have to do some effort and get final jaw size. Once I print those and I'm happy with that, then I'll try to get them laser cut out of metal. And problem is that I can't find online in India a laser cutter that can directly cut something this thick, like 10 thick. So I will try to do 2 sheet metal cut, like, 2 slices that are 5 thick, either in aluminum or cast iron. Sorry, how you call? Mild steel. So that way I should be able to get a decent one. That will lead to me finally having my dream of having parallel jaw plier in India. How do you make parallel jaw plier? I told you, like, just buy this and replace the jaw. There's no single video on how to make punching pins, and I am facing problem with punching pins. Dude, it's there, trust me. Hi, Sony. What is the future of Iran? Again, it's been quite calm for a few weeks, so let's see. What will you do when AI causes mass unemployment? I do not know. Dude, again, I have no future hope or aspirations. I'm just looking at tomorrow. Like, I have such a, what do you call, messy experience with court systems, and again, they might destroy my life. So there is a point where in future I could end up deleting my own life. So I'm very free from future. Like, future does not exist for me. It's like whatever happens, I'm living today, because again, there is no tomorrow guaranteed. So what will happen in the future, not my concern anymore. No longer have wife or children to worry about, so I do not have to worry those things. Robotic systems uses AI to sort garbages. Again, video is coming soon, or if you are already a member, you can see that. I wonder, even being Muslim, how Iran and Bangladesh is below 2.1. Again, they messed up too much. The government has to be somewhat competent. They are way too incompetent. Like, there is a threshold where a system stops working even if it's a system. So too much corruption has an upper limit. Like, it will destroy the country that has that, no matter which culture or corporation you're talking about. How you see India and French Rafale deal? It's wise. It's wise. It's wise. And again, we know Russian things are so awesome that it never works in real life. So might as well try something like, different. I would prefer making our own, but again, we do not have the brains or mathematics to understand that if it's take 30 years now, it will take 40 years tomorrow. So this is the next best thing. I'm trying to make up an app which codes editor on Android. I've learned the last 3 months now. I don't know what to do. My education loan starts at the end of 2027. Good luck. When you not stop buying yourself again. Long-term wisdom is not India's forte. If you will have chance to do corruption, become rich, will you or will you not? Again, I do not know. Any Tom, Dick and Harry giving you an answer is a false answer. Why? Because you haven't reached that. Like, for example, let's just say, would I sell my channel for some profit? Answer, no. Why not? Because again, there are a lot of, right now it's not that much, but there are a lot of companies that were trying to, during peak cryptocurrency era, they were like, okay, promote this, promote that. I'm like, nope. I did not do that. So in that, I can, like, stand my ground, because again, that happened. I got that choice. I made the right decision. But again, will I do that in everything? I do not know. In my locality, 2 laser cutter shop is, again, I do not doubt that it's that difficult to get laser cutter. Question is 10 millimeter mild steel. That's the hard part. 4 and 5 is available online. And again, since it's a small size, I do not have to need very big thing. But, and another problem is they're like, bro, we'll not do small cuts and all that. So yeah, let's just see. Bro, I need plan B. I'm only 17 over AI seems too scary. Don't worry about it. Before shift delay, make sure you also shift delay your opponent. No, I won't, because that will have consequences for whatever remains. So that's whatever remains, as in like my people who are connected to me. So that's why. Again, 100,000 men learned that the hard way. So I'm not wiser than 100,000 men annually that reach that point. It's like, yeah, it's like if the whole, like again, it's also another good point where you have to understand that if it took that much to defeat you, take it as a good compliment, where it's like, it's not a basic thing. Like if it takes that much to beat you and defeat you, that's good. That's good. And again, future is future's problem, not my problem anymore. It's like, and I have to say, this time, that crash out happened on like December 2020, 2025, 22, 20, 22nd December, kind of helped me. Like this whole Mumbai trip and this whole, don't be, no, see, you have to understand that it will cause harm to whatever I care about. And that's not, I'm like, again, mistake was done by me, so I cannot blame the world. Mistake was done by me, sin was done by me, and I'm the one who's gonna pay for it. It's not someone else's fault, it's my fault. So that is there. Yeah. What I was talking about? Yeah. What I was talking about? I forgot. Damn, I forgot about that. I went to IKEA today, saw the whole place, bought nothing, just ate in their restaurant, which is kind of average, and came home. Lol. Where is IKEA? Mumbai? You could use made capsule. Again, that's future Anupam Vipul's problem, not my problem. Oh yeah, this Mumbai trip, I never even thought about it. Like, did not even talk about it once, which was shocking. Like again, generally always these sort of things used to come out and all that, but like this trip was the only trip where it did not even come out. Like nothing, not at all. So I think I finally reached a point where it's like whatever happens tomorrow is tomorrow's problem. Let me enjoy today. So I was very happy in that regard. And again, I have paid people trying to embarrass me and harm me. So I needed something to compensate for it, to balance it out. And I have to say, everybody, I mean every goddamn buddy, pampered the hell out of me in Mumbai. So I was like, bro, I'm not joking. This was an actual statement said to me. It's like they had to have a pass, right? And again, this was an issue in 2024. This was an issue in 2026. And next time if they ask me in 2020, I'm like, bro, give me pass before I even leave my home. So I did not, I was lunchtime. I was hungry. I was like, hey, without pass, they will not give me the food. It's like, the guy who was managing, it's like, bro, if somebody stops you, just tell me. I was like, damn. Damn. So I have to say, that was like, I have that's why I keep saying, like, my bad is really bad, my good is great. So, bad is worse, good is great. So I'm happy with that. And again, this is the whole point of it. Like, I have to learn to enjoy it. There are so many people who lost their life before me, before my age. And again, it is what it is. I have to just love it, enjoy it. And again, so many people. And not even one of them, like, gave me any sort of reason to be like not happy. All of them. I'm not joking. Either they were buttering me up, which again, I do not have money, so I don't think anybody would be buttering me up. And my face is not that great to butter me up. So that gun school system. So I was really excited about them. Like, whoa, you're talking about, like, I went too deep. And I asked him, I was very angry with them. I was like, bro, why don't you have that infrared window graph and all that? He's like, bro, you are the only one who understood that. We had this whole system. What you call it, IIT professors, even they did not understand that IR window is a thing and all that. And again, I keep saying that, like, this is another aspect of it. A lot of people do say that if you keep doing something for years, you forget that it's hard to do for other people. It's like, I have reached a point where I can do holistic system analysis. Like, that's why I keep saying on my LinkedIn. And yes, I can do it. Meaning, I have talked with every single, people, what you call it, booth. Not all booth, because there were a lot of booth, but any booth, I think 10, 12 booths I have covered. And I had a conversation with them with like proper understanding, not just like, okay, hee, ha, ha, like surface level. Like, I was going deep into them. And that, then it hit me. Yeah, I cannot go very, very deep. But again, they have to go in depth enough where they cannot troll me. Like, again, of course, if they really want to, they could, but they have to spend more than 5 minutes on that. So it reached that point, where it is like, all my labor, like same way my brother worked for years to become a doctor, and finally he reached that point where it's like, he can just look at you, it's like, this is the problem. I reached that point where I'm looking at the, done. And again, it is vast, it is wide. So that was the first time it felt like I was not wasting 8 years of my life into this YouTube thing. It really built into something useful. Again, how do I monetize it? That's a different thing. But let's see. It did make me very happy, so to say. Out of 100 game men, these are not who are ready to stress and other. Yeah, very little, very little. And again, I have luxury of actually going to the court, actually seeing these things. So I have the ability to filter things out. December crash out. Yeah, it was bad, and I think it was good for me to have that. It was almost lightning to the ground. It like purged me of all of the energy. I lost all the energy. Now it's like peace. It's like peace. So, oh, and on other news, the Ahiravat engine, we can finally see it. The prototype is ready. We are spinning the prototype. Now we have to add stuff and put fuel into it. Titi, what we feel when you are people grew up watching your channel 20 years like me? What do you feel when you know that there are people who grew up watching channel? Again, I hope they succeed in life. Other than, see, there was a scenario. Oh, 2, 3 people did manage to find me. One guy did give me this. Gave me Parker pen. I thought it was fountain pen. I opened it as a ball pen. I did not read it. So, and gave me a Rubik's cube, small Rubik's cube and all that. So people did find, which again, this sort of small gesture kind of makes me calm, happy that I'm not just wasting my life. Because again, it's not like there are a lot of entertainer YouTubers and all that. That's cool and all, but like from science and technological point of view, it's like rare. So it did give me a very, what you call, there are a lot of scenarios where like, bad things, high court and all that really drains my energy. And this Ahmedabad and Mumbai recharged me. And even in Ahmedabad, it was not that focused, but again, there were people who are, again, big business owners and all that. They literally have sat me down, like, sir, aiye. It's like, sat me down and had a conversation. Not fake butter masala and all that, no. Actual conversation, like, okay, why you're saying that? Okay, what's the number on it? What's the data on it? It's like, okay, how is it like? Again, because many of them were like confused, like why I was saying that you can't make a battery with sodium ion. Like I had to explain them. It's like, you can make it. It's just that your circuits cannot work on it, because if your circuit is designed for, again, every battery has a voltage limit, meaning if you are looking at lead acid battery, generally your lead acid battery go from like, I think 14 to 10 volt. That 4 volt range is your transformer's ability. Basically, your whole circuit must work at 10 volt. So you design 10 volt amps. Okay, the maximum current, maximum wattage divided by 10 volt. So that's how you build the system. But again, imagine your cells goes very low voltage, like sodium. Voltage can go as low as 1 volt. So at that point in time, if you are building a 48 volt system, the low voltage goes very low, like low, like so low that if you are comparing this to a same 48 volt lithium iron phosphate, you have to spend 3x the energy on amp system, or you will flat out not have the ability to drain power. And they're like, oh, we did not thought of that. Yeah, nobody thinks about it. That's the whole point of holistic system analysis. And again, these people are so above of me in terms of finance, in terms of where they are in life. They do not need to pamper me. So that's like, bro, we done, we good, we got this. So having that was like really good. It's like, I'm not wasting my life away. So, and again, in Mumbai, so much butter was put on me. It's like so much butter. It was like, it did give me hope that I did not, like, again, even if my life ends tomorrow, I was not complete 100% waste, only some percent wastage. So why India not stop building canal system? It destroyed our, why India not stop to build canal system? It destroyed. Again, Indians are not good at long-term thinking. Or sell cheap orgasm and problem solve. Cheap village is not, again, it is a solution when you lose. Like, it's very easy to say that it's not a solution. You are not in a position where you are lose scenario. And again, fight in a court and then you will understand it. Fight years in your court, then you will understand it. I am in a scenario where I understand it, like actually understand it. Again, I say AI plays a role in survival of the fittest. Otherwise, it will delete itself based on processor. Again, time will tell. How to work without pressure? Please, I'm forgot it. I'm bad for me. Again, I've reached that what you call stress-free environment indirectly. Like I'm old. Like I've reached a point where it's like I do not care anymore. So I've, like, for example, the only thing that is holding me is myself, nobody outside. That's good and bad. For example, today is 14, right? So on 12th, I had a conversation with a friend. He needed to talk. I needed to talk with him. And first half of the, again, this is one of my biggest vulnerability. If first half of my day I did not do work properly, it's unlikely that I will do any work whole day. But on 12th, bro needed to talk. I needed to talk. I talked for 2 hours. This is prime work time. I did not care. I'm like, bro, I'm going to lie down. We're going to have a WhatsApp conversation. We're going to just like talk, properly talk, like lay it all out, as they say. And penalty? Work was not, work, I did not even start work, but here's the deal. Then we had some family visit and all that. Then we had some anniversary and all that, and barely any got work done. Ouch. But I did manage to do the presentation, but recording was done on 13th. And then it was an issue. It's like, what the hell to do on 13th? But again, 13th, I kept pushing myself. Like I did the 12th work, finished the work, made the 13th presentation, made the expo video, which again, this was frustrating because they wanted me to do editing on that. I did editing on that, did that, and it took almost like 12 p.m. Oh, sorry, 12 midnight to finish it, but I did manage to. So Saturday, I'm like chill. Penalty, I do not have anything for Sunday short, but meh, I'm okay with that. So it is all that. Whenever my 15 wife already 2 months pregnant, he left for in our family court done after. Fortunately, in our family court done after 1 year of marriage. You can go into DIY project more and update video along with your discoveries. Maybe you can have specialists in some domain above your index or do maths. Maybe show some. I do not get it. See, I'm reaching that point. Like I'm getting that point. It's like, you know, Anupam Vipul, you have cool, awesome. You spent years on it. Cool, awesome, GG. But like you gotta do something with it. Like, you know, your boy has to do something with it. Like, cool, awesome, I learned it. But I want to have a portfolio of my own. Like, you know, like what did you do? So that number is very, what you call, light, so to say. I have done some things, not zero, but not enough to be happy or satisfied. So that's the part that I really want to improve about myself. Like I have so many ideas, I have so many projects, I start them and I abandon them. That is the part I really want to change. It's like, you know, I really want to reach a point where it's like, okay, Anupam Vipul is doing something. Okay, it's good and all that, holistic system analysis, cool and all, but let's see. I did master's in chemistry, but you reignited the love for science me in again. That's awesome. World is becoming hopeless like Soviet Union. That is true. Like 150 countries is below replacement. Update on your backpack. Much better, much better. And I think Ahmedabad trip was good idea for me because when I did that, I forgot to carry that belt. I thought I would not need to worry about it. Now it became an issue. So Mumbai time, I had the belt. So it was much, much better. I see a single customer, no other YouTube channel in India, single customer, please make part 2. What will I do in part 2, my man? I explained every aspect. Like again, let that be figured that it goes even deeper than, but again, it exceeds my ability. It's like, I'm not gonna talk about like, okay, this is the phase cubic crystal creation and this is the biphasic cubic crystal, like that exceeds my brain. So that is there. Today is the Valentine's Day and we are here. Yeah, such is life. Again, I have to say, like, if I were in a big city, I would be getting some service, but I think maybe this is better because otherwise my bank account would be destroyed. So, you know, yeah, you gotta take the good, make rocket and move to moon. Nah. How many people do you personally know and later shifted themselves? None, I think. Death I've seen lot of death, like scary amount of it. Delete, no. Is there anything like sent cut sent in India? Not really. Bro, yourself, will you give? I do not know. Again, it's not my problem anymore. It's future Anupam Vipul's problem. Again, it will not, again, if it happens, cool. If it does not happen, cool. I do not care. It's like I've truly reached a point where it's like, it's out of my hand, so why am I worried about it? It's like whatever happens, happens. It's out of my control. I'm literally fighting on big leagues now. And again, if that's what it takes to take me down, I'm gonna be happy. Like your boy is gonna be like, bro, it took you so much effort to take me down. I'm like, me good, you know, again, everybody can be beaten, everything can be defeated. It's the whole saying, like, you know, but like, don't go out without a try, so to say. So let's see, whatever happens. Again, your boy will try to do his best to at least finish this. I want to finish this. I want to have this one. But you're only 34 years old, bro. Yeah, that's the scary part. I have known kids who have, died. Again, accident-wise, but again, it does happen. Like 34, sometimes I keep forgetting that I've seen a lot of life. Lot of life. It looks like chat is convincing yeah. Basically, concrete grinder fell on a car, auto Mumbai just recently one died. Yeah, see, death is one of those things where you don't have to worry too much about it. Like this is one thing that I never paid attention to, but I have lived a decent life. Not like grand life, but a decent life. Like I have traveled. And again, I did not want it to. Like that's not an Anupam Vipul. Like if you ask like, okay, will you want to travel and all that? No, I'm getting travel for free. So it's one of those things where it's like, where, hold on, let me drink some water. Your boy is thirsty. So fundamentally, so many things have happened. Like, they're saying like, have you truly lived, so to say? I would think I have done quite enough. Like, I would say 40, 50. No way, I thought you were 40 plus. Yeah, my hair loss does make it look like that. My hair loss does make it look like that. And again, even though practically speaking, while my finances are not printing money, my how I live, the quality of life is genuinely decent, like genuinely decent. Because you have to understand, while everybody is like, oh, but you are like, not going on your own money. I'm like, dude, ask someone else to pay for you. Then you will, like, sometimes I have to remind myself, like, how generous people around me are. And again, they are not generous for no reason. They have saw something like better 10-gram material and they're like, okay, we are generous for that. So fundamentally speaking, again, ask anyone like, okay, would you pay for someone else's trip? I know. So why do you think somebody is doing that for me for free? Nothing. So yeah, all things considered, like my life, good is great and bad is worse. But it's a very dynamic life. I'm seeing the highs high and lows lows. That's awesome. That's good. That's good. So, live that things, start something that makes you fascinating. India's balls to replicate Pog and China by Kashmir. Your parents are genetically because you will not have it. Yeah, that is true. But that's not my concern. One memory card makes your zero balance savings account literally zero balance account. Yeah, such is life. But again, I'm still here. Used credit card. Now I have to increase that credit card buffer. I have to increase it, like, bro, like that's too low. Like I realize like that it has to go up. It has to. Like again, now I'm settled here for a few days. So although there is a probability if the engine works out and like it really starts to go, like engine really starts to run on fuel, then some Bangalore trip could happen anytime soon. But again, all things are interesting. It's although, can you imagine, like if I actually get like this Airavat thing actually works, right? Like the engine actually works. I'm actually successful in that. It's like people will hate me so much. It's like, okay, how did you get first job? I got a phone call. Bro, you want a job? I'm like, yeah. How did you get a second job? Bro, you want a job? Yeah, no. I was rejected. Don't respond. Nah. My gene code is not that good that I want that. So fundamentally, like again, there is another aspect of it. Like more people are worried about how I look, how I how this or that, like rather than me. Which again, over time, it kind of hit me that I have finally reached that no care attitude where it's like, oh, you don't have hair, like do this transplant and say, like I do not care. And again, the people I've talked to, they have way too many zeros in their bank balance. Way too many. Like I cannot count them. Like they do not talk in CR, they talk in billion dollar. Not even joking. Not even joking. That's how big their wallet is. And none of them give a damn that I don't have hair. So it's like I really reached, the good is really great. Like, and again, I think it was good of me to have that shock in December and then refresh in January. Yeah, January. Ahmedabad was in January. Mumbai was in February. So it was good. It was good. Now this time I will try what's worse in your gene code except from balding. There are so many things I keep to myself. Human intelligence is far better than AI. Human intelligence is far better than AI, but for human memory is so weak that why AI can beat us for free. That is also a very clever point. Memory wise is our weakness. Again, it may sound a bit mean or a bit egocentric, but I have to say I've reached that point where it's like I have forgotten more things than you have studied. Like there was a statement like I think the first time I heard it from was Linus Tech Tips when he was talking about Wendell from Level 1 Tech. He's like from okay, hold on. Something happened, might be drop it. So he talked about something, you know, coming from a guy who has forgotten more things than I have ever learned. It's something. So it was a very serious reality that if you really keep working on it, like really keep pushing on it, you will reach a point where you would have forget things, right? Duh, your brain cannot store everything. And I have reached a point where it's like I have to look back into my own Google sheet. It's like, did I cover this topic? What did I cover in the topic? Look into it to figure it out. I'm like, die. So fundamentally, it is a very big privilege. So, all that saying, I wish for your success. Again, I wish that too. I'm currently looking forward to samurai hairstyle. It looks like AI progress will turn this world into Blade Runner movie. Time will tell. Please explain your... Again, not my concern anymore. It's their life, their choice. I committed the sin, so I have to pay the price. As simple as that. Any update on Navik? Again, ISRO has a website, man. Look into it time to time. Anyway, it's been 1 hour. It was a very decent live stream, I think. Yeah, quite decent concurrent and all the way you say. When will you see again? I will not shut up about it. Don't worry about it. If the engine actually works, I will not shut up about it. I'll talk about it. Day in, day out. I'll not shut up about it. So don't worry about it. Like, I got you, fam. Like, I got you. It has to work. That's the only requirement. It does not even need to be the greatest. It just has to work. After that, we're like, okay, let's make it better. Because again, the BSFC number is the point where it's like, let's just say 220, we are okay. We are like at the same level as a super polished engine. 180, petrol, GG. 170, shut up, take money. Like, shut up, take money. So let's see what happens. Again, I don't know where it will land, but let's see. Anyway, it was a nice live stream, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.